Rock 102.1 KFMA, Oro Valley, Tucson, an Arizona Lotus Corp radio station. Listen online at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Friday, February 9th. Good morning, Weirdo.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show today. It's Friday, so we're going to end the week with a bang. I got a lot of things to cover, including, since the Super Bowl is this Sunday.
It is.
Lots of stats and facts and tidbits about this big game that's happening that will sprinkle throughout the show. It's Friday, so I have the big ticket giveaway, Macedon and Lamb of God. But since it's Friday and we announced the show on Tuesday, I'm going to give you two opportunities to win those tickets.
Nice.
First opportunity coming in the 6 o'clock hours. So keep listening if you want to grab those tickets. We still got Metalcore tickets to give away as well. But if you're not excited about the Super Bowl season, maybe I can persuade you to hop back on the professional wrestling bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
Professional wrestling is a red hot once again. A lot of moving pieces, scandal, new regimes. It's very exciting time to be a professional wrestling fan. And yesterday they held a press conference. WWE held a press conference in Las Vegas, in the midst of all the chaos that is Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
They filled up an arena just to have a press conference on WrestleMania, which is still like 2 months away.
Right.
And they packed it.
Yeah,
right?
they did.
It was massive. And with that, there's, obviously a bunch of promos, a little bit of hype of, most of the press conference was really much ado about nothing.
Yeah, it was real boring.
Yeah, just the kind of the beginning. And then towards the end, once The Rock was included, and, all the headliners like Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, that's when things got interested. Now, if you haven't been following along, this year already has been a pretty controversial year. The lawsuit against Vince McMahon was recently, filed in court, which revealed a bunch of incriminating details, not only against Vince McMahon, but other prominent figures within the wrestling industry, leading the owners of the WWE, which is a new conglomerate owned by Ari Emanuel, who you would know most through the character Ari in Entourage. This super agent baller dude ended up buying the UFC and the WWE, right? And that's under one umbrella. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation, unlimited funds, and, the bottom line is the product good? Are we making money? Right. And it's not this kind of all micromanaged, self-passion project of a maniacal billionaire anymore, which was Vince McMahon.
Right.
So that's the new regime.
Mm-hmm.
They announced that, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is going to be on the board of members. And then he got a $30 paycheck on top of that. So the rich gets richer, which is odd. And then over the past 2 weeks, what happened was, this is basically the rebirth of the Attitude Era. So I just wanted to kind of pinpoint that. If you were a wrestling fan in the 90s, then you should be a wrestling fan in 2024, because the guys that were the headliners in the 90s are now running the show in 2024. And all the things that they complained about their boss, over the past couple decades of how he would ruin the business in a way, they're fixing. Yeah. And they're doing long storylines and, setting up rivalries that make sense. And they're also keeping you on your toes and, switching it up. So this is the great thing that they just did with The Rock. Okay. So Cody Rhodes, son of Dusty Rhodes, he wins the Royal Rumble, right? The idea behind the winner of the Royal Rumble is they get to choose, who they get to face in WrestleMania, which belt they're going for. Roman Reigns, who's related to The Rock, has been a champion over 3 years. He's like the modern day Hulk Hogan. Right. So initially, everyone's thinking that Cody's going to go for Roman Reigns. Then The Rock shows up out of nowhere and supposedly talks to Cody Rhodes and kind of convinces him to kind of step aside so he could handle business with his cousin. Right. So that made the entire WWE universe, all the fan base, believe that it was going to be The Rock versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40.
Which at first I was like, oh, that'd be cool to see him wrestle again. But
right,
why can't we finish the storyline?
Right. So that's what wrestling fans continue to say, and they freaked out because they've been mostly invested in Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
So as big as the star as The Rock is, nobody really wants to see that match right now. Well, they want to see it, but they don't want to see it right now. And there's lots of questions around that, but they did this on purpose. They did this swerve because they knew people would react in a way and start hashtags. And then over the past week, their hashtag We Want Cody was trending on Twitter in the top 5 of Twitter. Over the past 24 hours, WrestleMania was the number 1 thing trending on Twitter. And we've had major political stories,
right.
but more people are talking about WrestleMania than the world falling apart, which is appropriate, I suppose. And the whole setup was a big swerve because the reality of it was, WWE was always still focusing on Cody versus Roman in that spot. But to add extra hype and excitement and more depth to the storyline, they include The Rock, but they bring The Rock back. And this is appropriate, too, because of the last 3 years that The Rock has had professionally. And it swings and misses. And, with Black Adam and ruining the Fast and Furious franchise. Legitimately, right?
Yeah.
He has modern day. I've said it on the show before too. The Rock is terrible at picking projects, and he's destroying this. And his ego of wanting control and say, no, this character needs to be like this. And you've ruined everything. So he's like a bad guy. So The Rock, being raised in professional wrestling, knows that being a bad guy is not bad for business if you lean into it.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday on the Pat McAfee show, he basically debuted or redebuted Hollywood Rock, which is his bad guy persona. And trust me, it's wildly entertaining. Here's a little clip of him on Pat McAfee's show talking about Cody Rhodes and his fan base.
I love Cody. I love his passionate fans. Then there's the other passionate fans of Cody.
Yep.
And they're called the what's that? Oh, Cody Crybabies. Yeah. That's what they're called. These are grown ass men, and Cody gotta finish his story. He has to finish right now. It's like, wait a second, hold on.
All right, so he's starting to throw burns, right? This is before the press conference. He continues to roast. He has a couple jokes pre-written to him by his his collaborator Brian Gerwitz.
Hey, Dad. You want to go outside and play catch with me? Not now. Cody's got to finish, and I'm upset. The wife comes in. Hey, honey, do you want to go have sex? Not now. Cody's got to finish his story.
Yeah, right. So this is the alter ego of The Rock, and it's something that right now is best for The Rock, to kind of rebuild his brand and popularity, and it's best for the business of WWE and going into tons of stadium shows, a 2-night back-to-back WrestleMania in Philadelphia that's in a stadium, so they're going to sell at a stadium 2 nights in a row. It's the 40th anniversary WrestleMania, so you're talking about a legacy. They opened up the press conference with a commercial like, were you this old with the first WrestleMania, or were you still in, the womb? I thought about it, WrestleMania has been a part of my entire life. I remember WrestleMania 3 is my first, forever memory of watching closed circuit television with Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. And from that moment on, I had a cool story, bro, myself on the podcast broadcast stream as we ended the show open. Backstage, I got a very special guest I want to introduce real quick. He goes by the name of Shane, and he is the owner and president of TucsonFoodie.com. Good morning.
Good morning, Beef. How you doing?
I'm doing good, dude. All right, so I'm glad that you're on because I'm going to play a perfect circle real quick. But when we return, we're going to break down all the places that you can go to and eat great food and have great drinks while watching the big game this Sunday. Because I know a lot of people have been asking, where can I go if I don't have any friends, or if I want to go make friends, or if I don't want to have all my friends come over to my house and ruin it. Well, Shane has all those answers, courtesy of TucsonFoodie.com, and we're going to break that down on the podcast broadcast and give you our favorite locations coming up after a perfect circle. Judith from Rock 1 2.1. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. The podcast broadcast is live. Let's go. Clear. All right, so there you go. And I like how you look like you are joining us from heaven.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this light situation.
It's just all the fog that's in town right now.
It's the angelic Shane, everybody. There was a lot of fog this morning in the 5 o'clock hour, but I'm pretty sure it's clear by now.
I'm just gonna put him on here instead. Look at this stupid dog. Look at this stupid dog. He's such a little stupid bunny. Mwah.
I know, that's a good dog. It's a stupid vest that you make him wear. Did you have that? Just like you have little doggy outfits just for whenever need.
It's my friend's dog. I'm just watching him. No, I don't have vest on my dog.
That's too funny. So here, it's important when we get on the air. I'll give you this heads up. Whenever there's a business promoting the Super Bowl, right? It's illegal to say the Super Bowl, right? So whenever referring to if it's a business that's looking to make money while airing this game, the rule is you call it the big game. And that's how it is because the brand Super Bowl. Now I've been able to say Super Bowl freely on the radio when it has nothing to do with a business or any kind of profit whatsoever. But that's how strict they are about the money.
Rule.
Well, it's funny too because there's so many DJs across the country that are so stupid they don't even know this. So instead of like even talking about all the little stats and facts and stupid BS that we've done for radio fodder this past week or two. They've doing the same thing, but saying the big game or superb owl or, like things like that to allude to it being the Super Bowl with them not knowing that the law doesn't say you can't say Super Bowl in general. It's only you can't advertise or profit off of the brand. And that's how it is. So
got it.
Naming these restaurants, we're doing this pro bono, obviously, because that's what Tucson Foodie does. They showcase great restaurants. So they're not making money off it per se, but the establishment is. So when they put print ads, you'll see come see the big game this Sunday at, Trident or whatever. Right. But they can't say.
I never noticed that.
Yeah. A lot of people don't. But, if you're in media like me, been around the block for a couple times. Yeah.
I'm looking in an ad right now at Whiskey Roads, and they say, come watch the big game. It's a watch party. And then what they've done is they've named a shot the Super Bowl shot. Buy a $5 Super Bowl shot.
See, that's
like a little hack, right?
No, I still think that might get them in trouble. They are playing with fire with that. Yeah. Unless they spell it differently. But the fact that it even says it in there. Now, look.
Oh, it does say Stupid Bowl. Yeah, you're right.
Does it say Stupid Bowl? Well, I say this. I say this you could break a crime and not get arrested by a cop if you don't get caught. Right. So what they're doing is they're hoping not to get caught, but they're putting themselves in a situation where they could get caught. And in the NFL, they want every single penny because they're hurting. I don't know if you know this, but that leaves they could go under any day.
They're really close to going bankrupt, right?
That's not true. That can't be true.
No, I'm messing around. They're doing a Super Bowl in Las Vegas and generating like $5 billion in a weekend. So I think they're doing okay. Yeah. All right. We got 8 seconds. They're going to get on this. And again, big game. Rock 102.1 KFMA. This Sunday is the big game. We got the Kansas City Chiefs facing off against the San Francisco 49ers. And whether or not you're a fan of either one of the teams or even the big game in general, or you're just a fan of the commercials, I know everybody's a fan of the food. It is essentially a national holiday that hasn't been designated yet because we still have to work on Monday, which is upsetting. But joining us, we got Shane from TucsonFoodie.com because Yaz Bunny asked me yesterday on the text, like, hey, does your foodie friends know where there are restaurants in town that have great specials, great food, and are going to be showing the big game? And I said, absolutely, they do. And that's what we have Shane on to share us the rundown of Tucson Foodie's write-up on the best restaurants in town that are hosting the big game, right?
Well, there's a lot of great stuff going on for the big game, Beef. I'll tell you where I'm going to be.
Where are you going to
be? Up in Marana. I'm going to spend my time in Marana because, the folks at Button Brew House, which is right next to Catalina Brewing Company, they're doing a big tailgating party for the big game. The big game. So that's going to be, they're doing a tailgating party. So that means they're bringing out like food trucks. So you'll have a variety of food. They're encouraging people to bring their own grills out. So they're going to grill some stuff, but they've got a great space over there, like a huge courtyard. And they got that huge parking lot, and then Catalina Brewing's right next door. So it's going to be more of a community thing, like a true tailgating. Everybody's cooking their own stuff, hanging out, drinking beer. they're gonna have some food and some snacks there. There's gonna be a couple trucks.
I would hope that they have at least one like chicken wing truck. You know what I mean? Like, give me just a chicken wing truck, a truck that serves nothing but chicken wings. Do we have one of those in town?
A chicken wing truck? Oh man!
If we don't, we should.
I don't think so.
Guys are slacking. Well, Cowpig is on this list, and they're close. Yeah. So yeah, what do you got? You got Cowpig. Where's Cowpig's food truck going to be then?
Yeah, I mean, you asked about chicken wing truck. Maybe Cowpig is the answer. They're actually, I don't know where they're going to be at. You got to check their Instagram to figure out where they are, where they're going to be located. I think they're going to be bouncing around. But they've got this huge 50 jumbo wings, big game special. You get fries, you get all kinds of stuff. So huge deal. You have to order in advance. So you got to go check out Cowpig on Instagram. Cowpig13 is their Instagram handle.
Yeah, that's a food truck too. So this is great. And I like what they're doing here. So they're saying, hey, we will cater your Super Bowl we will cater the big game for you, your big game party. And you could do stuff like 50 jumbo wings and choice of 3 flavors for $80, or 25 tendies and seasoned fries for $75, a full pan of Millie fries, which is like smashed patties, caramelized onions, bacon, and cheese, all on fries. I mean, they have a whole list of all these great, like, huge food items that you could essentially just get Cowpig to cater your party for the big game. So that's interesting. What else is going on here for Sunday? What other restaurants are throwing some things?
And Cowpig is really tasty if you haven't tried it yet.
Oh,
the Mavericks throwing a party at 2 o'clock. They got like $15 buckets, $5 Tito's. They got a huge TV up there, so the big game's going to be on the big screen.
That's going to be fun. That new property that the Maverick has is nice, and maybe line dancing during halftime. I would assume that Maverick is the best place to find a pretty girl who's only watching for commercials. If I was to give a category, right? You know, the big game. Find a pretty girl who's only watching for the commercials. You can find that at the Maverick. And you're welcome for that endorsement, the Maverick.
Monkey Bar's having a party. They're doing all kinds of cool stuff. They got a raffle. There's a nacho bar, tons of drink specials, and a pool tournament.
Where's the Monkey Bar at?
Monkey Bar is over on 1120 South Wilmot.
Okay, nice. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, and they got good food there too, I assume. O'Malley's is throwing a party. You know, our friends at Rocco's, we have to remind people, like, if you want to get some deep dish and some excellent wings from Rocco's, you have to order now, basically, and order early, because they shut down at halftime and they're done for the rest of the day. So you have to really just kind of put your, like, order ahead and prepare. So that way Rocco and the crew can bang out all those pies. But I mean, that's a great way to, set up. If you were to make your own little Super Bowl party, I know that you're going up to the north side, but say you were going to, like, throw a Super Bowl party, and what restaurants would you order catering from? Top of your head.
Top of my head. Well, this is going to sound kind of weird because it's not actual chicken, but Butte Burger?
Butte Burger?
Yeah, they've got these cauliflower wings that I just love. They're so delicious. I'd probably order like 10,000 of those and just have as many people as my house as possible.
Damn, that's a good call. Yeah. Look at you. It's like healthy, but not at the same time. It's an excellent combination.
It's fried, dude. It's breaded, fried with sweet sauce. It's not good for you, even though it's a vegetable.
You know what? I keep lying to myself.
So
I still say I'm eating vegetables. So in my mind, I'm doing the right thing for my body.
Well, what you should probably do, Beef, is go down to the Salty Dog on East Broadway.
Salty Dog? Okay.
Yeah, they've got 50-cent wings all day long. There you go.
On Sunday, on the big game?
There you go. Yeah, man.
You had me at 50-cent wings, dude.
4:30 party down at Salty Dog, 50-cent wings, drink specials. Yeah.
So 20 wings is only going to cost me $10. That's
right.
What you're saying.
That's the math.
Right.
Good job.
Right. Yeah. So 30 wings is only going to cost me $15. I'm going to have 36 wings.
Going.
Yeah. I'm going to have 36 wings. It's only going to cost me $18. Maybe
nice.
I messed up
That's
there.
Good math.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on all over town, and we've got a huge list on Tucson Foodie if you're looking for more.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is a fantastic list. And, that rundown. So it gives people options. You don't have to make a mess of your house, spending an arm and a leg to invite a bunch of your drunk friends over. You could go and hang out, make new drunk friends, and let other people clean up the mess. Plus, probably get some great deals like 50-cent wings, Salty Dog 2. I'm looking at you, and I'm probably going to see you this Sunday for the big game. I love the rundown, Shane. Thank you so much for giving us a heads up. You guys can get more information, TucsonFoodie.com. We'll hang with Shane for a couple more minutes before I let him go on the podcast broadcast stream, youtube.com/bevegan. And when we come back, a Facebook intervention. I'll tell you more right after these words. It's Rock 1 2.1. There. Oh. All right, that was loud. Yeah, that was good. So, yeah, you going to the north side for the big game?
Yeah, I've gotten to know the owners of Button Brewery, and they're cool. And I like the idea of just tailgating, just old school. I'm probably gonna walk around and be like, "Oh, are you gonna eat that? Can I?"
Yeah, that's it.
Just eat off other people's plates.
Yeah, can I sample that? I might write it up and credit you. And Tucson Foodie. Have you heard about it? Yes, I like it. Let's see what the temperature is going to be on Sunday. This is important to know. Okay, so it's going to be 57 degrees, which is like good football weather. It's going to be sunny. So, wear a hoodie, but you got sun. It's going to be nice.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a good day, man. I'm going to hit the farmer's market in the morning. The whole foodie crew is going to be down there. We got a booth over at Rito. Yeah. And then we're just going to swing up to Button Brewery for a nice little tailgate party.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I'm stoked about that. I'm going to hit you up because Rico and I want to come up with concepts for a Tucson Foodie commercial that we could air during the podcast broadcast stream, a video commercial, right?
Let's do that.
So, yes. So I'll talk to you soon about that. And if I end up not hooking up with Mari's mom on Sunday, I'll hit you up and meet up with you for the tailgate.
Okay. Well, I hope you hook up. Okay. I hope you hook up with Mari's mom, actually. Let me know how that goes.
I'm not trying to. Now I kind of feel forced to. So I made a joke that I would bang Mari's mom, and then Mari basically asked her mom if I could come over to their Super Bowl party, and I feel like it's almost like a forced setup. And then I was joking to Mari, being like, don't get weird if I bang your mom. And she's like, I hope you do. And I'm like, whoa. Now you made it real weird for me. Now the pressure's on, and I don't really. I mean, she's an attractive woman for sure, but at the same time, that's just messy.
Her mom's gonna be hot. Yeah.
Her mom's hot. I've seen her mom. I met her mom before.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. So when I joke about banging her, I mean it comes from a place of truth. But I validate the fact that I'm not lying. I'm not gonna do it because of other reasons, but attraction is not one of them.
Well, good luck with that, buddy.
Thank you. I'll keep you updated. I'll text you real-time updates.
Oh, great. Please. Yeah, let's do a live stream.
Yeah. All right. Well,
live Twitter updates.
We'll do a collab live stream on Tucson Foodie. We'll call it Tucson Booty Hour.
Tucson Booty. Nice. I like it. That's a rebrand right there. And Tucson Doobie. Next week we got to talk about not only do we talk about the Valentine's Day things, but we got to talk about High in the Desert on the stream and that concert that's coming up then next weekend as well. So cool. I'll hit you up over the weekend or on Monday and we'll game plan, okay?
Sounds great, man.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Take it easy. That's Shane, everybody. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Hey, it's Arnoldo.
What up, Arnoldo?
Hey, I stepped away from my truck. What restaurant were you talking about right now? The one with the 50-cent wings.
Salty Dog 2. And you can find out all the restaurants that are doing things for Sunday at TucsonFoodie.com. They got a great write-up with a whole huge list of them.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
All right. Bro. No problem, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. You too. Bye.
All right, peace. All right, so let's hit the reset here. We're going to play a clip earlier, and then when we return, we're going to have Jen in studio. She's going to talk about the rodeo parade, but the reality is that's what she thinks she's going to be talking about. I want her in because we need to do a Facebook intervention. All right, so Jen, she's a wonderfully wild individual and personality, but she has a fault when it comes to social media. She basically is like a grandmother on social media, and it's unfortunate because she does a lot of posting. And when you're around her, it's almost like a terrorist. Like you have to continuously have your photogenic face on, and don't fuck up at all.
Yeah.
or it will be posted and tagged. And I will break that down unbeknownst to her next. Okay. So earlier this morning, we did an excellent morning moron. No, actually, we had a good F My Life. So let's do F My Life, and we'll have more right after this.
Your mom.
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call right now at 600-KFMA. That's 600-5362. And if Weirdo and I agree your life is F, we'll hook you up with tickets for tonight's Metalcore Dropout show at the Rialto Theater. Are you going to try to go to that show?
I am going to that show.
Oh, nice.
I'm not even going to try. I'm going to be there.
Oh, damn. Well, then maybe I should be there too. Sounds like a good time. All right, well, let's get right into it. Our first email sent to me by Taylor. Taylor said, I recently got back to work from a 3-week vacation. My boss had asked me to get him something, so when I returned, I presented him with a shot glass with the British flag on it. I later found out that he is a recovering alcoholic.
Oh, no.
Oh.
This is why keychains work real well.
I guess shot glasses always work well too. I mean, I didn't think it was a bad gift idea, but how are you supposed to know people are recovering alcoholics? But it definitely awkward. So is that My Life for Taylor?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Weird couple days at work.
Mm-hmm. At least you didn't get him a bottle of liquor.
That is true.
All right. Next up, My Life sent to me by Justin. Justin said the other week the CEO of my company wanted to meet with me. I was excited until I found out she just wanted to bitch me out and personally fire me.
Whoa.
Later on, I found out my boss had totally shafted me and blamed the failure of the big project on me instead of admitting it was all his fault.
Oh.
This is relatable. This actually happened to me before.
Has it?
Yeah. I was
under the bus.
I was at a radio station up in Phoenix, and on this like hot AC station, whatever. And my PD, he liked me a lot, but they did a rebranding. I didn't get the email. My email was all messed up. So like he didn't tell me, and I was going on the air saying the old branding. The consultant heard, bitched him out, and said, tell this idiot to get the branding right. And he forgot to tell this idiot. And so the next weekend I went on, I did it again. And so at that point, it was either him or me, and he chose me. And I'm not mad at him, but again, it was one of those situations where he's like, it's either I get in trouble or this guy.
Yeah, always throwing the minions under the bus.
Yeah.
Rude.
So,
after life, bud.
For sure. All right, Dan. Next email sent to me by Daniel. Daniel says, I was on my couch when my landlord walked in yesterday, and he asked what I was doing there. I responded with the same question. Apparently, my roommate forgot to call me and tell me that our lease ended 3 days ago. I'm now standing in the parking lot with all my belongings, and it is raining.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh. I mean, at least you reached the end of the lease. It's not like you were evicted.
This doesn't matter. Daniel still sounds homeless standing in the rain. It sounds like a sad country song, dude. F your life, for sure. And your roommate. Screw that.
God, at least the landlord could have been cool and been like, all right, I'll give you a week.
Nope. No. And it's not that's bad business. This is why you're broke. All right, we got 2 more left here. Erwin sent me this email. He said, yesterday during a Zoom meeting, my 6-year-old daughter comes into my office, bloody all over, acting like nothing's wrong. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, Matilda's dead, and just walks out. Matilda is my neighbor's chicken.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You have a serial killer.
It's terrifying, right?
My God.
Look, she's 6 years old, and let's not, call our listeners, children serial killers. But, therapy sounds awesome.
Yeah. There's some red flags.
Terrifying.
Red as the blood all over your kid.
And just a suggestion to you, Erwin, don't let her know that you're plotting against her, because she will find you. All right. Final F My Life of the day, and it's automatic FML, so we're just going to end it strong on this. And I feel Juan's pain, and I know you're going to as well. Juan sent me this email the other day. I waited till Friday to share it with you. And he's like, hey, Beef. Today I learned that a spontaneous romantic gesture of arriving home early with flowers and wine is not welcome when your wife is busy having sex with your brother.
Oof.
Yeah, I would say that was an F my life. All right, that last one there, Jen. Jen complains that we let people off too easily when it comes to F my life. So sometimes we don't say big baby enough, right?
Yeah.
So Juan's F my life was this. I'll read it for you, and I'll see if you would say F my life or big baby. Okay. So Juan wrote. Today I learned that a spontaneous romantic gesture of arriving home early with flowers and wine is not welcome when your wife is busy having sex with your brother.
Whoa.
Would you say I should have said big baby in that scenario?
All right,
or...
so maybe not that one.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yikes.
Yes. And we'll please welcome Jen to the podcast broadcast. We're going to talk Rodeo Day Parade.
Ow.
So yeah, because I know that you've been building floats and everything, and also the company received an award, so I want to get a rundown on that. So that's cool too. So we're going to be on the air here in about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to pull up some photos that you took too. So that was cool because I get to see the actual plaque and trophy.
Yeah.
And then our managers were there. Super fun. So you have a good time there? Did they feed you?
Oh, of course. Yeah. They had rolled tacos, and then I don't know what it was. It was like it was like a potato burrito.
Okay.
Yes, but I wasn't exactly sure what that's called.
A potato burrito? Yeah. What is that called? Oh, the streamers know. What's a potato burrito called again?
Yeah.
I think I know this, but let's get on the air.
Yeah.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. That's new music from Tim Montana. It's welcome back to the podcast broadcast. Please welcome in studio our good friend Promo Jen. You guys probably met Jen if you stop by a KFMA tent event because she's out there, doing the Lord's work. And she's also been prepping for this year's 99th annual Tucson Rodeo Day Parade. And you've been building the floats and everything too, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how long has it been taking you guys to build up the floats, or you just have everything kind of prepared because it's not even ready?
All right. So we had to come up, there's a theme, and then we have to pick up a theme for our own float. So there's the rodeo itself has a theme of outlaws and cowboys.
Okay.
That's this year's theme.
Nice.
So then we went ahead and had a theme for each one of our own floats as well. So
yeah, and not all stations are represented in the float. I think all stations except for this station.
No, just two this year.
ESPN in this show, this station. Okay,
it's Mix is going to be the one, and then Caliente is the other.
Oh, so okay,
So we're doing one of each, one English, one Spanish.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and they're the two
Makes
biggest
sense.
ones, so that does make sense for sure. And I'm glad that we don't have to broadcast out there this year. So the rodeo parade, of course, is next Thursday and Friday, as we all know, because the kids get work off, and it's always fun. 99th annual. It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Now you actually went with management, and they the rodeo parade gave out awards to participating sponsors.
Yes.
Because Arizona Lotus has been a major sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade for decades, I assume. Did you get any details? What's been the relationship with? How long has the relationship been?
So I'm not exactly sure as far as Arizona Lotus, because I've only lived here for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I have been involved for the last 2 years, and it has been quite an experience. Everybody there has been doing this for as long as they can remember. The person who's the Grand Marshal this year, I forget her name. Her name escapes me, but she is the person who started the Ronald McDonald House here in Tucson and does a lot of work for sick kids in these conditions where their parents have to travel, places they can stay.
Right.
Her own son had leukemia and died of leukemia at 9.
Well, that's sad.
So she's really dedicated her life to helping kids in the hospital and their families and things like that, which is really great. She really deserved this spot.
Awesome.
Her name is Louise Thomas.
Thank you.
Louise Thomas, there you go.
Yes, thank you.
Nice. Well,
she was amazing too.
That is awesome. And so, so Jen posted pictures of the event, the other day. So let's pull up her pictures at Traffic and Promo Jen. We start off with a little thirst trap to get people's attention here. Let's see. You
gotta have the selfie,
Yeah, that's how it starts off. And I'll tell you what, grab my attention, be like, we gotta click through. We'll see what else is going on. That's a very seductive look that you're giving at the Rodeo Day Award ceremony.
That was pre when my makeup still looked good before I went outside in the rain.
Yeah, so, it definitely does look good. So you got that. So let's see.
You.
And then this picture, this is what the award looks like, which is super nice. Presented to Arizona Lotus Corporation in recognition for supporting the 2024 Tucson Rodeo Parade. So that's super nice. And there's Jen celebrating, big smile, getting that. This is a nice picture. So this is our managers with Jen as well. So you got Debbie and Deanne and Mac in there, and our marketing director Summer. That's a nice photo. Well, this looks like the same photo. Same kind of photo.
Like 3. Summer took like 3 or 4, so we got them all up there in case anybody was blinking or whatever.
Right. Okay. So we got that one. It's pretty much the same photo. This one kind of same photo. Same pose and everything. This one's different.
It's a little fuzzy. I'm waiting. So they had a professional photographer there as well.
Oh, they do, huh?
Yeah, they did. So we're waiting because when we went up to actually accept the award and shake hands and whatever, they had a professional picture taken too. So we're waiting to see.
Jen, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Okay. It looks like we got 4 photos, right? With 3 of these being the same, but one of them being different. Let's see if we can spot the difference. Okay, so we got that. So we have that. That's so good. That's pretty much the same thing. Tilted a little bit. Pretty much the same thing. Is there anything different in any of these 4 photos?
Some eyes are closed. Some people are moved a little bit. Not really. I just threw them all up there. Why not?
Okay, so this is
get a whole post.
I have a question. Yes. I have to ask you. Okay,
sure.
Why post every single photo? As opposed to just posting one of you have 4 of those photos, right?
Yeah.
One of them are better than the other.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
And it's obviously not the last one.
I'm gonna prove to you that I listened to you.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna tell you that this isn't my Tinder profile, so I'm not worried about catching the right fish.
Yeah. Well, what if Summer was? Because you did tag Summer, and this is a representation of Summer, our marketing manager, where she looks like she's I don't know, like. It's just not the best representation. What do you think, weirdo?
I can be the gatekeeper for her.
Well, I would say, like all these other photos are great. So I would stop like this. So we got Thirst Trap Jen, again, get people's attention. It boosts the algorithm.
Yep.
And it works, right?
Does.
Right off the bat. And you even have Thirst Trap in response. So that's good.
Oh, goody.
All right?
I can't wait to see the comments.
Right. So then we had we had the plaque photo. That's a good photo as well. You got you holding up. That's a perfect photo. Then you got the management photo. You can stop there. It's a good smile for everybody.
Yeah.
This one, again, same photo. You could have picked one or the other. This one was blurry. There's no reason to post it. And this one makes Summer look like she has special needs. So,
all right. So if you guys want me to go and edit the post, comment in there and let me know what you guys want to do.
I'm letting you know right now. Okay. That this is. You're developing a reputation here that I want an intervention for. You are a photo terrorist, meaning that
a little bit.
you are going to paparazzi the hell out of everyone around, and it doesn't matter how bad the picture is, it gets posted. And I'm asking for maybe a little editorial judgment today, right?
All right, I'll be nice.
There you go. All right, we're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. There you can see the photos, youtube.com/beefvegan. Let's go.
Boy, did you hear about the Nicolas Cage picture?
Yeah, that was great.
No.
Did you hear about it? What do you mean?
So the Nicolas Cage picture, well, everybody really thought it was him.
Well, not everybody, but there were definitely people who thought it was Nicolas Cage, which was fine because they reacted to
like
it.
Him.
It did look like him, but obviously anyone in their right mind with common sense is like Nicolas Cage isn't hanging out at a tire store remote, right?
You would think that, but people actually called and left Mucho a message. I can't believe that you didn't tell your audience that he was going to be there.
That's great.
I swear.
That's fantastic. I know. And she posted this too. So, and then
I had to go change it. I had to change the post because people called it very upset because they legitimately thought it was Nicolas.
Well, no, I mean, it still says come hang out with Nicolas Page, Beef Vegan Presents, Desert Dogs, and Promo Crew.
Yeah.
Again, it's an obvious joke.
Yeah.
There's people. One guy's like, you guys got punked. It's like, okay, well, we got punked. You're the one who believes that we believe that this Nicolas Cage does look like him, no?
Right? It does a little bit, yeah.
And so it's a good photo.
The one on my personal page, because I did do it on my personal page too, and actually spelled his name correctly. At 150 reactions and comments were insane, but some people got it, some people didn't, and then it was hilarious.
It's a joke.
It was a good time. Yeah,
Nicolas Cage ain't hanging out at a tire remote, just not
in an R&R tire shirt, changing your tires. It's just not happening.
Yeah. So Gerard says edit it. As far as comments, also Aaron, your Tucson car guy, says hi, Jen. You know Aaron because you done a lot of those remotes.
He's the man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was I'll be honest with you, Jen. The segment wasn't so much to promote the rodeo parade as it was as like a friendly intervention to say, okay, if we look at a photo and then we see one of us looks like this,
don't post it.
Don't post that
Yeah.
fucking photo,
No,
please.
please don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't do anyone any favors. And like, I know that Summer saw it and was horrified. And I'm like, don't worry, it's tagged. So anyone who has potential interest in you could look at tagged photos and see that. So
All right, when we're
Yeah.
done, when we're done today, I promise I will go there and I will edit the post.
no, now you have to keep that one and make it your profile pic. But future reference, just actually, I'm more concerned about us, right? Yeah. So we have an image that we're trying to project out there. And if my face don't look like that, then don't post it.
Hey, I've been good about the photos I post to you guys, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
So
yes.
far?
Do you secretly hate Summer?
No.
Oh, because that picture would suggest there's a little bit of hatred
She's
there.
the one
like,
who took the picture, so
that's true, but
is.
but when she takes them all, like when you take
Right,
multiple pictures,
Yeah, you pick the best
Yeah.
one, delete the rest.
yeah, you don't post 10 pictures of the same thing, but with one looking like you got a lazy eye, or you're just like saying, "Hey, you guys," right? That picture does scream, "Hey, you guys," is it not?
A little, yeah.
And Summer is a
Hey,
very
they are
attractive
doing the
woman.
remake though, so that's coming out. So
Well, you know what? Hopefully the producers see that picture and they cast Summer in the lead role of Sloth, dude. She'll love that.
I love that.
So, all right. Well, there you have. That's why I wanted to show you guys that picture. I'll be honest with you. When I saw that the cafe was tagged on that, I went through the pictures and I laughed so loud in my condo, like my neighbor knocked on the door to make sure I was okay, because it was hilarious. But now we know. All right, so
And knowing's half the battle.
exactly.
Right.
All right, we're gonna hit the reset. And earlier this morning, we did our morning moron. And this is a guy who was marketing his business the wrong way. And you'll see why in here. Check it out. It's our good friend Saliva with Click Click Boom. No big deal. Just good friends with him. It's just how it is. Remember when we hung out with lead singer Saliva on a tour bus?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
It was okay. You know what I mean? It was pretty cool for them, I'm sure. No big deal. All right. It's now 6:18. Time for your morning moron. Let's do this. All right. Now, I'm all about marketing, right? So any entrepreneur out there comes up with like creative and aggressive ways to market their business, I applaud.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's hard.
yeah, absolutely. But there is a fine line of being an aggressive marketer and a morning moron. And there's a guy who found that line, chopped up that line, and snorted that line.
Oh.
Yes. All right. So this is coming from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And an entrepreneur there chose to hand out business cards outside of a casino.
Hey, lots of people.
Lots of people spending expendable money. I mean, that's a good market base, right? Well, what's the product, you ask? Well, he actually had a bonus sample of said product that he was advertising stapled to the card right outside the casino, right? So everyone would come out and be like, hey, my name's Alex Lee. I'm a driver. And if you need this, I'm your man. There's a sample for you. Hit me up. Well, the little sample that was on the business card that said his full name and all his contact information had little baggies of cocaine on it. Yes, I know you saw that coming. You'll see it in the morning or the podcast broadcast, the pictures of the said cocaine and the business card that says his name, his phone number, probably his social security card.
Right.
Yeah. So Alex Lee, again, marketed his cocaine in a way that, like, if it was anything but cocaine, this is a great marketing strategy, right? You got to hit the streets, grease some palms. I know how that works. It does remind me, though, of a young high school weed dealing beef who for a while had too much time on his hands and came up with his own little brand called Quick Mix. I would sell nickels, right? And I would package them up all tight and I put a little branding on it, Quick Nick. So that way, if like police find it, they could know that all of it was connected to me. Idiot, right? But you know what? I was a teenager selling weed in the 90s. That's different than Alex Lee being a grown-ass man in 2024. You should know better.
Yeah.
Now, someone reported it to police after they tested it, probably. And thanks to the contact information, police tracked him down super quickly. And now he's been charged with 2 counts of trafficking and controlled substance, 1 count of possession for the purpose of trafficking, and 3 counts of possession of proceeds of crime under $5,000. I mean, basically, saying Alex Lee is screwed. He screwed himself.
This is the fastest sting operation the police have ever had to do.
Yeah. They're like, 911, what's your emergency? I don't know if it's emergency, but there's a guy outside handing out illegal substances, advertising his cocaine dealing business. Oh, really? Do you know what this guy looks like? I could do one better. He has his address on his business card, so you probably just swing by, pick him up whenever you guys are available. He'll have lots of individual baggies of cocaine on him.
Mm-hmm.
Open and shut.
Done.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, we've covered a lot of morning morons over these years, right? But Alex Lee has to immediately be admitted to the Morning Moron Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yes. All
And
right.
he thought he was being so clever.
I know. He's like, I'm a genius. Oh, why didn't other cocaine dealers think about how to market their business like this? I'm going to be Pablo Escobar in 3 months. No, you're going to be in jail. For all those reasons and more, Alex Lee is a morning moron. Let's hit that reset immediately after the break. We're going to give you your All right, so there you go. That was your morning moron today. It was a good one, right? In fact, actually, this was the first ever immediate morning moron Hall of Fame. Alex Lee made that for, having sample baggies of cocaine attached to a business card, handing them out to casino patrons. Insane. Speaking of insane, I got some videos I want to share with you real quick. This one, I don't know if you saw this, but you know how cops release body cam footage?
Yes.
Yeah. So this cop got called because there was a perp inside the house. And so the cop came in hot, guns a-blazing, right? And we actually have that footage. Now, the good news is I'm not going to show you anything horrific. No one's getting shot in here. But the perp was not something that they expected to see. And it went a little something like this. So check out this video here. I see by your smile, I think you've seen this before. Weirdo. Yeah, you're loving this. All right.
So good.
All right. So should we read it? You go ahead and read it.
Noises could be heard.
Okay.
What's happening?
I guess there's no audio on this, but that's fine.
We'll just start clearing room by room.
There it is. You clear the room.
Oh, it's right there. It's a squirrel. They can disregard. I just saw it. Tony, now you can disregard the help. We got a squirrel in the house.
Why do you still have your gun out, dude?
Right.
Why are you scared of this squirrel, bro?
Scream like a little girl.
They sure did.
This old vet cop is like, I am too old for this shit.
Yes, you can clear the air.
It's like
Officer
the
V number
January
2. All right,
version of.
let's listen to this and watch it. So it's an aggressive squirrel, too.
Got me a squirrel in the house. Got the air clear.
Wanted Rocky the Squirrel. They named him. That's amazing. So
Whoa, Macaulay Culkin looks worse than I thought.
Auto played something.
Oh no, that's fine. Okay, so we had that. And then I wonder, let's play a game. The game is, will YouTube allow me to show this? Okay. Let's see what this is. So see this now, Super Bowl body paint is what it's called.
Oh.
Yeah. Let me get the appropriate music to get everyone. There you go. Oh, they got their own music.
Okay.
Whatever. Also, body painting the refs. Oh, okay.
Care to share?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. Oh, I'm the only one watching. Sorry. So yeah, this is the body paint thing. I'm narrating this like a perverted moron. I couldn't see it. So yeah, here's a new league, the Super Bowl 54 body paint league. And so I guarantee you none of these women know how to throw a perfect spiral. But at the same time, I guarantee you nobody cares.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Shut up and take my money. Just wanted to share that. Okay, we're
Is that
about 5 seconds on
you
there.
want?
No. We're getting back on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I got a couple stories that I'll get to that before we wrap up the week. Some stuff that you'll probably need to know. Before we do, earlier this morning we had our Survey Says question, Jen, and we asked our listeners for tickets to give away for the Ashes 11th tour.
Okay.
According to a recent survey, they say this is the number one injury that people sustain during sex. What is that injury? Do you think you can guess that injury, Jen? What would you guess that is?
My guess would be some sort of like groin pulling injury or something like
Groin
that.
pulling injury.
Yeah.
Like
Groin
pulling a muscle.
Yeah.
Pulling a muscle, something like that, cramps. Like,
No, I know. Unfortunately, that was not the number one answer.
Oh.
The number one answer was rug burns.
Oh.
Rug burns, yeah. And you're laughing at that. You're just giggling like a little girl. We asked that question on our
Class
Facebook
it up
page.
and get on a bed. Jesus.
Right?
Sometimes.
Why are you on the floor?
Dude, when the
Of course, that might be just because I'm old now.
right.
I'm like,
dude.
that just sounds awful.
You're so old that somebody called in and said, hip injury, and you're like, yep, that's
Yeah,
it. That's
totally.
it right there.
Yes,
Your hip goes out, right? Yeah. So
Well, to be fair, I have early onset osteoarthritis. It's early, so I'm not that old.
that is super fair.
God, it's fine. I just have the hips of a geriatric 90-year-old.
Right.
Like you don't bounce anymore after you reach a certain age. So
Ugh.
Is that true? Are you
Don't-
past that
you
age?
don't bounce. You
The
still-
no bounce?
I know I bounce. I just, got to do a proper warm up.
I don't know. I've
Like
dated.
sitting there stretching. What are you doing, babe?
Yeah, no, I've
Don't
gotta
worry
get ready
about it.
for it.
I'm
Why are
not-
your hips popping? That's fireworks. Good job.
I'm pretty sure that's not true though, because I've dated women of all age, and they all end up bouncing at one point or another. You know what I mean? And I never hear from them again. All right, so let's talk. Have you heard of the syndrome, exploding head syndrome?
What?
Yes. Now this
Like
is
legitimate? Just
Like
No.
spontaneous combustion.
This is something that many people suffer during the night. It's stuff that nightmares are made of, literally. So if you ever had been like sound asleep, only to be startled awake by like a loud bang, that didn't happen.
Okay.
Has that ever happened to you?
I got the falling one, like when you're falling asleep and you feel like you're like dropping.
Yeah, that
Okay,
happens
so
a
that
lot too.
happens.
no, yeah,
Uh,
or other loud noises. I hear screaming.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we don't have time to unpack your trauma.
I know. Can you?
Jesus.
No, but I have I'll hear like a door slam, and that didn't happen.
Right.
It's right on the cusp of like going into unconsciousness.
Well, I don't know what that syndrome's called. Besides, talk to your medical professional immediately. But there are many of the people that have experienced exploding head syndrome. The sounds that can be anything from a knock to a crash that actually that you made up inside your own head. So this syndrome is a sleep disorder that shows up as the sounds that make people believe they're hearing a loud explosion, and it's something that's super common. And as far as trying to fix yourself, if you suffer from this, well, you can't. So sweet dreams and kaboom.
Take a lot of melatonin.
We're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast there. I'll tell you about mutant wolves who will cure cancer. And then we'll be back with your beef tip right after these words. It's Rock 1 2.1. Talk about a tease, huh?
Wow, now I'm looking up this.
Only on YouTube will I
You are
give
cracking
you,
me up,
give you a story about mutant wolves that will be the cure for cancer. Okay, you got to listen to the YouTube stream to find out about mutant wolves that cure cancer. Are you not intrigued? Because it
What?
seems like you don't even care.
Well, I started looking up the syndrome thing.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about loud noises? I got a story about mutant wolves that could be the cure for cancer. You don't want to know that? You want to find out about loud noises you don't even hear? You hear screams in your head, you psycho.
I think it's because I read too much fantasy novels. So
No shit.
when you say that, I'm like, whatever.
Oh, really? Well, yeah. Okay, we'll find out.
Twilight had a vampire doctor. Whatever.
Hey, sparkly vampires.
Right.
All right.
Look, so you're saying
So
that
this
that
is the government
Wolverine
hiding the cure
is
for
gonna
cancer.
cure cancer. So
No.
you're saying that Wolverine is going to cure cancer? Or are
No,
you
I said
saying that
wolves. I didn't say Wolverine. Those are two different species,
Oh, that is
and
two
you're
different
thinking of the mutant.
I know, but mutants, wolves.
Yeah,
you
okay.
know.
I get it. But what would be a mutant wolf? I mean, actually, I know our streamers know the answer there. And it's not Wolverine, but I know they definitely have a mutant wolf. So
I
if
can't
you have a
remember
name
saying
for that, go ahead and throw it in the comments. All right. So no, this is a legitimate thing. Researchers discovered mutant wolves in the radiation infused area of Chernobyl, as you know, right? And they have developed anti-cancer genes. Legitimately.
Really?
Yes. So this is how life evolves, right? So
Mhm.
this area is uninhabitable to many people, right? They basically said, do not come in this area because it's a dangerous area. But of course, the wildlife is going to continue to go there. If we would have known in hindsight that we just had to have a few generations die out to where we develop mutant powers to never develop cancer.
That'd be great.
Right. That's a big deal. Now, other animals experience mutations like tree frogs and wild dogs as well. But yeah, they were very surprised to find out that these mutant wolves roaming around the wasteland of Chernobyl developed this new superpower that could have life-saving implications for humans because they developed, anti-cancer genes. So all researchers really need to do now, in theory, is try to discover those genes, break them down by molecule, and then be able to recreate them synthetically, and then we would have anti-cancer genes. A team of researchers that found the animals in the Chernobyl evacuation zone have genetically altered immune systems to show a resilience to cancer. These findings gave researchers hope and results that could be used for cures for future rich human cancer patients. I threw in the rich, obviously.
Well, wait, because don't they use radiation to treat cancer in small doses?
Yes.
But that's cancer that's already there.
That's
so now I'm gonna how many generations of this of these animals, right? Because Chernobyl was early 80s.
Something like that, yeah.
So figuring out
it's
how many
math.
generations it takes for that much exposure
an average,
for the evolution.
Yeah, let's say an average radiation wolf lives about 8 years, right?
yeah.
I'm splitting the difference.
8 to 10, yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking 10, but I took a couple years off because, radiation.
That's 4 or 5 generations.
4 or 5 generations before
Okay.
they become superhuman and then develop mutant powers. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many died?
Say Chernobyl exclusion zone again. Chernobyl exclusion zone. I know I got a fat tongue. I'll mess things up. So no.
No.
Yeah. Give me what
So
the
that's
math is.
cool.
And then he said Teen Wolf as well. All right. Well, we're almost out of time here on the show, unfortunately. And we'll end it with the beef tip. But as always, I hope you guys had a great week hanging out with us. We've had a lot of fun, had some good shows, had maybe a bad show in there. But we'll come back strong next week and continue to try to streak it up and have more good shows. And I hope you guys have fun this weekend and enjoy the Super Bowl wherever you're watching it. And feel free to send out any invitations too, because if I'm not busy banging Mari's mom, I might be able to swing by and check out your game.
Weren't you trying to bang Rico's mom?
I'm a mom banger.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, a dumb motherfucker. Hold on. We're back on the air. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Same difference.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Same difference.
Well, I can say it. You can't. All right. Let's wrap things up. Before we get out of here, I'd like to leave you with the beef tip, as you will. If you're going to be watching the big game, that Super Bowl, you got to make sure your TV is ready for it. Okay. Especially if you're hosting. So here are the things you need to check to make sure your TV is Super Bowl ready. First and foremost, have plenty of internet bandwidth if you're streaming the game. And it's on Paramount Plus this year. There's a good chance you're going to be streaming the game.
Yeah.
All right. So make sure the internet bandwidth is there and you're not getting screwed over by your internet provider. And then also use a surround sound system or a sound bar. You want to sound like you're at the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Have that full experience.
Absolutely, especially when great commercials come on, and then maybe even the halftime show. We'll see if Usher could bring it, or it'll
Puppy
just be meh. Puppy Bowl?
Hell yeah, Puppy Bowl, 100
Puppy Bowl.
dogs.
All right. And then also you're gonna need to calibrate the picture for the football game. So if you're, I
Get
know
the backlighting correct, get the contrast.
there's a calibration setting there. So make sure, my bros know what I'm talking about. To get your remote and make sure that you hit the calibration settings and you make sure it's on this good HD sports setting. Calibrate it. And then that way you'll feel like you're in the middle of the party that is in the middle of Las Vegas, in the middle of Allegiant Stadium, which a lot of our colleagues that work for this company will actually be at that game because they are the official radio station of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, the
Yes.
ESPN Las Vegas is a Lotus station. Yes,
Absolutely,
Nice.
yes,
Yeah.
and comp, and we got a
Mhm.
cluster up there.
Yeah.
And knowing that they had all those tickets, but not one of those tickets made their way south of the Nevada border. It's a little upsetting.
Yeah.
That's all right. They're going to be in a giant stadium that looks like a Roomba. So
I know, but it's an awesome looking Roomba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome looking Roomba.
All right. Well, Jen, thank you so much. I hope that
Thanks for
this
having
social
me.
media intervention works and you don't post terrible pictures anymore. We'll find out.
We'll see.
Yeah. Weirdo, thank you as always. Excellent job this week.
Come
You
see us
guys,
at rodeo too.
yes, Rodeo Parade next week. We'll remind you about it. Don't forget to follow us on social media at weirdo_KFMA, at Jen Traffic and Promo Jen, and at Beef Vegan, and subscribe youtube.com/Beef Vegan. Enjoy the big game. We'll be back Monday morning, bright and early, unfortunately. Until then, Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief.
Yo,
but
thank you guys for
if
watching.
You've been mean or
We'll talk to you
kind of
soon.
bad. I will
Don't
not
forget
have
to like
all
and
your
comment and
teeth.